everyone and welcome back. Today is Thursday and I had no video planned. I've had the worst week of my life, so I didn't prepare any videos and now it's Thursday and I kind of feel bad about it because right now I feel like filming and I do have some books that I want to talk about, so I thought why not just film this video. It might be up a little bit late, but at least you will get to see my lovely face. Anyway, so I thought that I would do a video on what I'm currently reading as well as what I plan on reading next, because I do have a few titles lined up that are waiting for me and that I'm so excited about. So the first one is the one I'm currently reading and I am loving it. I think this is going to be my favorite book of the month, and that is The Girls by Emma Klein. This is the Danish version. It is being published here in Denmark this month, so that is why I'm reading it, I am reviewing it, and as I said, I'm loving it. This is about America in 1969 and it basically follows this cult of girls who have done some very brutal things. The reason why I know this already is because the story actually starts in our world today and then we go back and hear about these horrible things that have happened in this cult. And I'm talking about murders and really horrible things. I find this book fascinating because I have never read of cults before. And I also find the language in this novel extremely beautiful. It is kind of fragmented, but it is fragmented in a good way so that it makes sense and it is pretty easy to read anyway. So this is what I'm currently reading. I am, how many pages? 125 pages into it, and I'm definitely going to dive my head into this one tonight and read as much as I can. Then I have 3 books lined up. As I told you, the first one I would like to pick up very soon is this one, which I picked up in London when I went there 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago I think it was. And this is, as you can see, The Accidental Tourist by Anne Tyler. If you know me, you know that I have fallen in love with Anne Tyler after having read some of her novels. I find her stories incredibly honest, simple and yet so beautiful. I've heard that this is supposed to be her most famous of her novels, besides From a Spool of Blue Thread, which I want to show you. This one, which I read earlier this year, and I love this book so much. So I've heard that The Accidental Tourist is supposed to be another one of her very famous novels, and that is why I picked it up. I also have a novel here in my hands which was very popular last year here in Booktube. A lot of people talked about it and I think a lot of people read it and reviewed it. I wasn't one of them because, as you know, there are so many other books that you need to get to and I didn't make it to this one. This is Radiance by Catherine M. Valente. And supposedly this is a very mixed genre kind of novel, so that it's very hard to define this genre, it's very hard to define what it's actually about. It takes place on different planets, I believe, and it deals with filmography as well as other things. The reason why I didn't pick it up last year is exactly because of this. I do not really agree well with books that are very complicated, intricate, and that might be hard to read. I want for my books to be somewhat accessible, so I hope that this is going to be a good read anyway, because now I own it and I kind of really want to read it very soon. My battery is flashing at me, so I will briefly go through the last book, and that is this one, Housekeeping by Jeanette Winterson. This is going to be my first read by Jeanette Winterson. I also bought this one in London because of a co-worker of mine who told me that I had to read this book. He gave it to me and he was like, read it. So basically I bought it and here we have it. I am obviously very interested to read it because Jeanette Winterson keeps coming up. She keeps being mentioned in people's videos and I just really want to get to know her. So that's it for my reading plans these days. I hope that these books will be able to transport me to other worlds and make me forget about my own world. I'm fine, I'm just not having a very great week. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and thank you so much for watching. Happy reading.